Genius. Visionary. Disruptor. Madman. Elon Musk has been called all of these things, sometimes in the very same breath. Whether you see him as the man saving humanity, or just the boldest gambler of our time, one truth is undeniable: Musk has already reshaped industries that once seemed untouchable. Electric cars, private rockets, solar energy, and even brain-computer interfaces, all carry his fingerprints. But behind the headlines and controversies is a story far more human. One of resilience, failure, obsession, and relentless ambition. Ashlee Vance's biography, Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, and the quest for a fantastic future, offers an inside look at the man who is both admired and feared, both celebrated and criticized. Today, we'll follow Musk's journey from his childhood in South Africa, to his days as a Silicon Valley outsider, and through the battles that nearly destroyed him, only for him to rise again to build Tesla and SpaceX. This isn't just the story of Elon Musk. It's the story of how impossible dreams become reality, and the staggering costs of chasing them. So, let's begin. Elon Musk was born in Pretoria, South Africa, in 1971. From the very beginning, he was different. A quiet, introverted boy who seemed lost in his own world. Teachers described him as dreamy, distracted, always thinking of something far beyond the classroom walls. And often, he was. Because when other children were outside playing, Elon was inside devouring books. Science fiction, fantasy, technology manuals, anything he could get his hands on. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy became one of his lifelong favorites, shaping his belief that technology could solve humanity's greatest problems. By the age of 12, Elon had already taught himself computer programming. Using a primitive machine and a manual, he created a simple video game called Blaster. He sold the code for $500, his very first entrepreneurial success. But while he excelled in learning, his childhood was far from easy. Musk was bullied relentlessly in school. Once, he was beaten so badly he was hospitalized. At home, his relationship with his father was deeply strained. His father, Elon Musk, was brilliant but also harsh and sometimes cruel. Elon would later describe his childhood as one of emotional difficulty, something that gave him resilience, but also left scars. From early on, Musk dreamed of escaping. South Africa in the 1980s was a nation gripped by apartheid, and mandatory military service loomed for young men. Elon wanted no part of it. He longed for America, a place he believed was the heart of technology and innovation. So as a teenager, he hatched a plan. He secured a Canadian passport through his mother's family, and at 17, he left South Africa behind. With little money and few connections, he traveled alone to Canada, the first step in a journey that would eventually take him to the United States. For Elon Musk, the boy lost in books, the dream was always bigger than the life he had. And now, he was on his way to chasing it. In Canada, Musk started at Queen's University before transferring to the University of Pennsylvania. There, he double majored in physics and economics. Even in college, Musk stood out. While classmates talked about finance jobs and Wall Street salaries, Elon talked about space travel, renewable energy, and artificial intelligence. His goals weren't just ambitious, they were outrageous. But outrageous ambition is exactly what Silicon Valley rewards. In the mid-1990s, Musk and his brother Kimball launched their first company, Zip2. It was an online city guide, kind of like Google Maps before Google Maps existed. Money was tight. The Musk brothers couldn't even afford an apartment. They rented a tiny office and slept on the floor, showering at the YMCA. Elon coded non-stop, while Kimball handled sales. It was scrappy, desperate, and brutal. But eventually, they found traction. Newspapers began licensing Zip2 to provide digital maps and directories. In 1999, Compaq bought the company for $307 million. Elon walked away with $22 million at just 27 years old. Most people would have retired. But not Musk. He immediately launched another company, X.com. His goal? To revolutionize online banking. X.com eventually merged with another startup called Confinity, and together they created what we now know as PayPal. It was a chaotic time. Musk clashed with co-founders over vision and strategy. At one point, while he was away on his honeymoon, the board voted to replace him as CEO. It was a painful blow. But in 2002, when eBay acquired PayPal for $1.5 billion, Musk walked away with $165 million. And here is where Elon Musk's story takes a dramatic turn. Because instead of retiring with his fortune, he decided to risk it all. On rockets. On electric cars. On ideas that most people laughed at. It was the start of his real quest for a fantastic future. After PayPal, Musk could have lived a life of luxury. Instead, he became obsessed with an idea: humanity must become a multi-planetary species. Why? Because Musk believed that if humans stayed confined to one planet, we risked eventual extinction. Whether by natural disaster, climate change, or our own mistakes, Earth would not last forever. The only insurance policy for humanity's survival was to spread to other worlds. In 2001, Musk even traveled to Russia, hoping to buy refurbished intercontinental ballistic missiles to launch a small experiment to Mars. The Russians refused. On the flight home, Musk pulled out a spreadsheet and started calculating the cost of building rockets himself. His conclusion? It could be done, far cheaper than anyone thought. In 2002, he founded SpaceX, Space Exploration Technologies, with a small team of engineers. Their goal? To build affordable, reusable rockets. But the road was brutal. The first rocket, Falcon 1, failed. The second, failed. The third, failed. Each explosion burned through millions of dollars. By 2008, SpaceX was hanging by a thread. Musk had poured nearly all of his fortune into the company. One more failure and it would be over. With everything on the line, the fourth Falcon 1 launched. This time, it worked. The rocket reached orbit, making SpaceX the first privately funded company to do so. Just weeks later, NASA awarded SpaceX a major contract to deliver cargo to the International Space Station. The deal saved the company from bankruptcy. From there, the victories piled up. The Falcon 9, a bigger, more powerful rocket, began delivering satellites. The Dragon capsule carried supplies to astronauts. But Musk's dream was bigger: reusability. Rockets had always been single-use, like throwing away a jet after one flight. Musk wanted rockets that could land and fly again. For years, critics said it was impossible. And yet, in 2015, a Falcon 9 booster descended through the atmosphere and landed upright on a landing pad. The world was stunned. Today, SpaceX is a powerhouse. It launches more rockets than any other company or nation. It has slashed the cost of spaceflight, and it's developing the massive Starship rocket, designed to carry humans to Mars. For Elon Musk, SpaceX is not just a company. It is the foundation of his greatest mission, making life multi-planetary. And it all began with failure, after failure, after failure. Until finally, persistence won. While rockets consumed Musk's attention, he had another mission: transforming transportation here on Earth. For decades, electric cars had been dismissed as slow, impractical, even laughable. Big automakers toyed with the idea, but always abandoned it. Gasoline, they said, was king. But Musk saw it differently. He believed electric cars could be not only environmentally necessary, but also exciting, fast, and beautiful. In 2004, Musk invested heavily in a small startup called Tesla Motors, founded by engineers Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning. Soon, Musk became chairman of the board, and eventually, the public face of Tesla itself. Tesla's first car was the Roadster, based on a Lotus sports car chassis but powered entirely by batteries. When it launched in 2008, the Roadster shocked the world. It could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 4 seconds, faster than many Ferraris. Suddenly, electric cars weren't boring anymore. But Tesla's journey was anything but smooth. The company struggled with production delays, quality issues, and massive costs. By 2008, the same year SpaceX was nearly bankrupt, Tesla was also on the verge of collapse. Musk had to borrow money from friends just to pay his bills. At one point, both Tesla and SpaceX could have died within weeks. Yet Musk refused to quit. He put the last of his fortune into the companies, gambling everything. And then, as if by miracle, things turned. In 2009, Daimler, the parent company of Mercedes-Benz, invested in Tesla. Around the same time, the US government provided a $465 million loan to help the company survive. Tesla was saved. The real breakthrough came in 2012, with the release of the Model S. Sleek, powerful, and loaded with technology, the Model S redefined what a car could be. It won Motor Trend's Car of the Year, not just for being electric, but for being one of the best cars, period. From there, Tesla expanded, the more affordable Model 3, the futuristic Cybertruck, massive gigafactories that churned out batteries on an unprecedented scale. Tesla wasn't just building cars, it was reshaping the entire energy ecosystem, from solar panels to battery storage to an electric charging network stretching across continents. And while Tesla has faced criticism for quality issues, production delays, and Musk's controversial leadership style, one fact is undeniable: the auto industry will never be the same. Virtually every major carmaker is now racing to electrify its fleet. And that shift began with Tesla. Elon Musk has always insisted that Tesla isn't just a car company. It's an energy company. That vision expanded in 2006, when Musk helped his cousin start SolarCity, a company aimed at bringing affordable solar power to homes across America. The idea was simple: harness the sun to power everyday life. SolarCity grew quickly, installing panels nationwide. But Musk's ambitions went further. In 2016, Tesla acquired SolarCity and merged it into his broader vision. Now, customers could buy solar panels, store the energy in Tesla Powerwall batteries, and use that electricity to charge their cars. The goal was nothing less than a sustainable energy ecosystem, breaking dependence on fossil fuels entirely. To achieve this, Tesla built massive gigafactories around the world, producing batteries at an unprecedented scale. These batteries weren't just for cars, they were for homes, businesses, even entire power grids. From cars to rooftops, from factories to space rockets, Musk's mission tied together, to push humanity toward a sustainable, multi-planetary future. But the cost, personal, financial, emotional, was enormous. Elon Musk is one of the most polarizing figures alive today. To some, he is a hero, a modern-day Thomas Edison. To others, he is reckless, arrogant, even dangerous. So who is the real Elon Musk? Ashley Vance's biography paints a portrait of a man who is both brilliant and deeply flawed. Musk is known for his extreme work ethic, often putting in 100-hour weeks, sleeping at the factory, and pushing employees to their breaking point. He is demanding, sometimes brutally so. Former colleagues describe him as harsh, even cruel, when he feels people aren't meeting his impossible standards. And yet, his intensity inspires. Employees often stay because they believe in his vision, and because, despite the chaos, Musk delivers results no one else dared to attempt. On a personal level, Musk's life has been turbulent. He has gone through multiple marriages, a very public family life, and personal struggles with stress and exhaustion. He has also become infamous for his social media presence. His tweets can move markets, stir controversy, or spark global debates. But at his core, Musk is defined by a singular obsession: the future. Whether it's colonizing Mars, building self-driving cars, or connecting human brains to computers, he constantly pushes beyond the boundaries of what seems possible. Love him or hate him, Musk forces the world to confront the future head-on. Elon Musk's story is far from over. In fact, it may only be beginning. With SpaceX, he is developing Starship, the largest rocket ever built, designed to carry humans to Mars. With Tesla, he is driving the global shift to electric vehicles. With Neuralink, he is exploring brain-computer interfaces. With the Boring Company, he wants to reshape how cities move. Some of these ideas will fail. Others may transform the world. That is Musk's way, to take risks so enormous that success seems impossible, until suddenly, it isn't. Ashley Vance titled his book The Quest for a Fantastic Future. And that phrase captures Musk's essence perfectly. He is not motivated by money alone, though he has become the richest man alive. He is motivated by a restless drive to build the future he imagines. It is a future where humanity survives by spreading across the stars. A future powered by clean energy. A future where technology pushes the limits of what it means to be human. Whether you believe in that future or fear it, one thing is certain, Elon Musk has forced us to imagine it. And perhaps, that is his greatest achievement. Elon Musk's journey, as told in Ashley Vance's biography, is not a simple story of triumph. It is a story of risk, sacrifice, and controversy. A story of a man who has failed as often as he has succeeded. But in those failures, in the bankruptcies narrowly avoided, in the rockets that exploded, in the cars that broke down, lies a lesson. That progress is messy. That innovation is painful. That the future is written not by those who play it safe, but by those willing to risk everything. Musk's quest for a fantastic future may or may not succeed. Mars may remain forever out of reach. Tesla may stumble. Neuralink may falter. But the fact that we are even asking these questions, about space travel, clean energy, artificial intelligence, is because one man refused to stop dreaming. Love him or hate him, Elon Musk has changed the conversation. And perhaps, that is enough. This has been Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, and the quest for a fantastic future. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, consider subscribing for more documentaries on the people shaping our world. And until next time, keep looking forward.